Hello YouTube, Brandon from Zoid Industries here with this week's episode of ZI Weekly News. This channel's news segment where we cover sci-fi, science, gaming, channel updates, and more. With the intro now out of the way, let us get to the articles. Pokémon Go has a new way to shame cheaters. Niantic's not messing around with hacked Pokemon, is the subtitle there. Anyway, let's get into it. Niantic's U-sharing ushering in a new anti-cheating measure alongside Pokemon Go's big summer update. Pokemon obtained through unofficial means will now be marked as such in-game, and they're going to start acting weirdly too. With the announcement of raid battles and the new battle features, we are staying true on our commitment to ensuring that Pokemon Go continues to be a fun and fair experience for all trainers, wrote a Niantic representative on Reddit. Starting today, Pokemon caught using third-party services that circumvent normal gameplay will appear marked with a slash in the inventory and may not behave as expected. That's provided they've already, again, as far as I know, because I don't have a device that can play Pokemon Go, and my area is pretty rural anyways, so I probably wouldn't be able to play it at all. Last I heard, there were challenges in-game, and then I've also heard the occasional news report of bad experiences happening to people playing the game from other people who weren't playing at all having misunderstandings. It's all kinds of weird bullshit that I do not get into. Niantic's come down on players for using various unofficial programs and so forth. These range from using bots to catch more Pokemon, mapping services to track down rare monsters, and others. Players aren't sure which combination of any of these nets them that glaring slash. In the past, Niantic's blocked these programs, permanently kicked out and shadow banned players. And doled out other punishments to cheaters. As for Pokemon misbehaving, it also mind how high-level monsters will sometimes ignore their trainers' commands until they prove themselves. It's also unclear if that's what this part of the anti-cheating update does, so we've reached out to Niantic for more details. That's according to the article writer. I have no idea on this stuff either. Well, that concludes that article. On to the next one. The electric space tug could transform trips to the moon. Scientists are reviewing plans for an electric-powered space tug which would transport cargo between the moon and Earth without expensive fuels. Again, on the article is a picture I would insert like right around here as either a thumbnail or something. But again, Komura I currently don't have the full version of, so it watermarks and does this weird thing at the end of every video, you know, so I'm not going to go there. NASA seeks to delve deeper into the mysteries of our solar system with the help of astronauts, but also remains a significant barrier. Notification of something from a channel. Oh, I'll have to check into that. Many plans. Launching anything from Earth is costly, especially bulky loads of cargo. The driving force behind the inflated price of the Apollo moon program to $109 billion, at least in the 2010 value of the dollars. There's apparently. See, that changes, which is a load of crap. For Spaceflight to ever be accessible to everyone, prices will need to drop substantially. Clearly, we currently obviously know Star Trek style, flying through space in a big old ship with, civilians on board, as well as, those space people in charge of the ship and everything. We currently can't do that. Too expensive. Yeah. Fortunately, scientists are thinking of new ways to make space travel cheaper every day. Intriguing. Research described one of these ideas was just describing one of these ideas was just published an electric-powered lunar space tug. The reusable tug would fly between Earth and the Moon, transporting cargo and possibly even technicians and other astronauts. It would be refueled at a low Earth orbit, and its fuel depot maintained by astronauts on the Moon and the International Space Station for as long as it's in service. A team from aerospace company Thales Alenia, which built several modules for the International Space Station, and the Polytechnic University of Turin, are now studying the conceptual design for the tug. The greatest advantage the tug has is that it would run on Hall effect thrusters, which use electric propulsion. In this sense, the tug would be powered much like NASA's Dawn spacecraft and Japan's Hayabusa 2. Bargain Basement Race is the next little subtitle for this. This project is just one of many possibilities, as the competition to find ways to explore space for less money is still heating up. This month, SpaceX will become the first privately owned company to use the same spacecraft to perform multiple orbital flights. Still, even SpaceX has competition. Bigelow or Bigelow, I don't know how that is pronounced, Aerospace, Virgin Galactic, Blue Origin, and Lockheed Martin and Boeing are all competing for space travel contracts. This healthy competition is quickly changing the costs associated with space travel and ultimately will open up in the opportunity up to commercial passengers, as much in the same way competition between airlines helped make flying commonplace in the last century. Whoa. Whoa! That would be cool. That would be cool. Like, yeah, I'd like one ticket to fly from here to Mars and back. Okay, the reason for getting this ticket? I just want to see Mars. That's basically what they're talking about. Yeah, that would be cool. That would be cool. Well, that concludes this article. On to the next one. Ubisoft confirms that Skull and Bones will have a single-player narrative campaign. And there's a... I think this is a quote from the article. It's the subtitle, which is, "We've only seen the tip of the iceberg," which is worrying given the game is all about ships. Ha ha ha. Pretty bad place to make a Titanic reference. And even though from what I'm guessing is a screenshot, it's early century sailing ships, not steam powered like the Titanic. Ubisoft said when it announced the high seas swashbuckling sim Skull and Bones that the game will support for both solo and co-op play. They raid the hunting grounds alone or group with other players to hunt larger prey. To be precise, but the focus was clearly on the multiplayer. On the multiplayer side of things. For those of you who don't like to share the booty or get ganked by tricked out frigates, there will be a proper single player campaign included as well. Skull and Bones will offer a narrative campaign which will be integrated into the game and will not be something that's outside of the multiplayer experience. In this campaign, players will encounter iconic characters and memorable rival pirates. More details will be shared at a later date, a representative said. As for the E3 demo, we only showed Loot Hunt, one of our PvP modes in disputed waters. There's the rep continued. We like to say that this is just the tip of the iceberg of what we have to show for Skull and Bones. Skull and Bones sounds like it could be a lot of fun, and Tim described that demo as charging around the sea, swinging your ship about to deliver spectacular volleys of cannon fire, and using your ram like an enraged narwhal, or narwhal, I don't know. Obviously never really gotten into pronouncing that stuff before. In his E3 preview, and that absolutely sounds like my kind of nautical video game. But gamers cannot live on multiplayer alone, and since Sid Meier doesn't, or Meir, I don't know, doesn't seem likely to return to this particular subgenre anytime soon, I'm glad Ubisoft is picking up the slack. Skull and Bones is due to set sail in fall of 2018. Yeah, I didn't watch any of the E3, mainly because I personally preferred watching it on my TV, as it was unfolding. But I currently don't have any dish or cable provision at the moment, so I couldn't watch it through my TV. I knew I could have watched it through YouTube, but again, personal preference. And so apparently this game's previews dropped for us at E3, which looks cool. Looks very cool. Well, that concludes this article. On to the next thing I'm going to be doing in this week's segment. Okay, time for a bit of a channel update. I know the past three of these I've done channel updates, but it's because, important stuff's starting to happen for the channel. Well, so this is on the day off thing I take once a week where I don't really do any sort of channel work. Anyway, I tested during that day the screen capture software I'm going to be using. It works for my purposes. So I'm going to open up a poll of games I'm contemplating doing a Let's Play for, or link to that will be down there in the description. But yeah, I'm contemplating dropping a poll for that. I'm also going to be working on. Sorry, my dog is in his bed behind you guys. As in, some company just from my family walked in through the door. Through the front door. I'm not gonna cut. I'm just gonna leave that in. Anyway, I'm also working on picking up the next how-to, which will probably go live this coming Tuesday. Okay, so keep an eye out for that. Tomorrow will be a miscellaneous video. I just have to, perhaps after I'm done making this video, type up the script for that, and then Friday will be a bit of an art showcase. So that I've also got to type up a bit of a script for, because it's another original Zoid design. And so yeah. That's pretty much it for this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed. See you on the battlefield.